Football season is back, Lions fans. Today we're going to talk to head coach Dan Burack about tonight's preseason opener and about the 2023 football season. Welcome to Lions Game Day. It's been a weird start to the season. I know we've been not on the field as much as we wanted to with the heat and the rain. What are you guys doing to adjust to the weather conditions?
Well, we've done everything. We've either gone inside the gym, we've pushed back practice time so we can practice later, about 6 to 8 p.m. We've extended water breaks. We've seek shelter under an oak tree and try to get out of the sun. Ice buckets. Coach Hamilton's been doing a great job. Athletics has been doing a great job just keeping everybody safe, following a plan. The plan works.
So when you have a unique preseason like that, what do you learn about the team? These are challenges that we didn't expect. So what are you kind of seeing personality-wise with this group?
Sudden change, because we're going from locker room, we're going to the field, back to the locker room, back to the gym. So you're starting to see these guys, they have to adjust on the fly. And with that, it's just like life. You got to have maturity. You got to be able to grow up really quick and figure out, okay, hey, my car just broke down. How am I going to get to work? It's the same thing. So we're starting to see maturity starting to grow. And we're starting to understand, hey, we don't have to take everything so serious. So whatever life hands us, it's okay. Trust in God.
Yeah, you mentioned the maturity, and I think that's interesting. We only have 8 seniors, I believe. So where do you see the leadership coming from specifically on this team? What players have stood out as kind of leaders of this group, and who do you see up at the front?
Yeah, we got some seniors that are stepping up. You know, Nicholas Cueto, Reggie Workman, Tay-Tay's really been great. Marion's more of a quiet leader, but underclassmen-wise, Joe Daly's doing a great job. Our quarterback's really doing a great job leading. Jeff, our center, he's leading guys. On the defensive side, we've had Levi Champion just kind of come up and not really a boisterous leader, but by actions. Michael Messa's another one, leading by example. And there's a bunch of guys, Matt McPherson, underclassmen, really taking advantage of, just making sure his guys are going. And we have a few freshmen that actually stepped up. Ben McPherson, Jack Miller, they're really coming into their own.
So let's go back to that defense first. I know you're a defensive-minded coach. That's kind of where your bread and butter is. Last year we gave up 12 points a game. Mm-hmm. Probably this real strength of the team. Where do you see the defense right now? You mentioned some of the players. What do you see defensively coming this season?
We're going to be strong defensively. I think we got a really good, solid box interior-wise. Great backer play with the new additions of Hudson and Levi coming in. Messa stepping up. Nick Darling coming into that role, led by senior DJ, really anchoring it down. And then we have a really good rotation within the D-line to keep us fresh. And secondary-wise, I think they've had a year with me under their belt, so they understand the scheme. And so I think to lean on our defense like we did it last year, I think we'll be able to. I definitely think we'll be a little faster. We won't be as stout as we were last year, but we definitely increased team speed.
Now, to go to the offensive side of the ball, you mentioned a couple guys. Joe started for the first time last year, really. Had a solid season. What do you expect out of him behind center?
I expect big things for him. I'm excited for it. We've kind of cut the cord a little bit because now he understands our offense a little bit faster than last year, a little more in the air, a little bit, untraditional, keeping people on their toes, throwing a lot of stuff at our opponent. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun for him to kind of just let loose and see what he's got there and really see, again, his maturity kind of take over and lead that offense.
Yeah, and it's going to help that he's got a backfield with some guys that are very productive. Marion's a guy that's gotten some publicity lately, top 63. Mm-hmm. What are you expecting from Marion this year?
I'm expecting Marion to carry the load. He's got he is our playmaker. I think he's going to do a great job at it. He was in the weight room every day. I don't think he missed a day. But he's really been pushing the envelope, and I'm really excited for him. The ESPN Top 63 was huge. He definitely deserved it. But his leadership through action is taking an effect now with Tristan Stewart back there, Michael Messa, seeing those younger guys come in and be almost like a three-headed monster back there.
Now, I saw Jefferson today, and I told him we were going to make sure that the line got some pub here. So talk a little bit just about the line real quick.
Yeah, me being a defensive guy, I'm also a little old school in that tradition. Our offense is only as good as the offensive line, and I'm excited about our offensive line. We got a lot of young guys, but they're returning. We did get a couple of new additions in there, but I really think that young group's going to be able to move some people, and I'm really excited about it. They're in great conditioning. Jeff's been killing it over the summer. I'm really proud of him and leading those guys, so I really think it'll be fun to watch.
So speaking of watching, preseason games tonight, Mater Academy, we're going down to Hialeah. What can you tell us about the opponent?
Mater's a good opponent. They got some athletes. They got some guys on the perimeter, got a great running back. So they got athletes. So anytime you let athletes in space and do their thing, it can be dangerous. But I am looking forward to going down there. Last year we got rained out and we were down by 6, just, real right off the back. So it'll be nice to kind of go back down there and kind of just say, hey, let's rewrite that wrong from last year.
And when you go into a game like this, preseason wise, are you concerned with winning the game, or is it more just we want to work on scheme and we want to be ready for week 1?
I mean, you always want to win a game. However, really and truly, this preseason game is to really look at lineups, see who can help us in what position. Definitely seeing if those young guys can come in and make an impact on special teams, or being that number 2 linebacker, or being that number 2 guard. So it's really about getting a true evaluation of where we stand and kind of seeing, okay, did we do everything right in spring? Did everything that we do in summer, did we do that right? So we just want to make sure, hey, we're moving. This machine's ready week 1.
Sure. Coach, a couple quick things before we go. So you played at Glades Day back in the day, state champion. Give us a memory of an opening day memory.
I just remember being in the locker room, especially my senior year. We went to state. I just remember being in the locker room looking around and saying, man, I can't believe it's my senior year. I almost didn't want it to start because, you didn't want it to end, but it was so fun just because you're like, all right, it's my time as a senior.
Yeah.
And I just remember being with my guys, just ready to go, ready to run through a wall for anybody, for my coach, for my school, for the guy next to me as my brother. And that's something I'll never forget. Obviously we ended as the best you could possibly end, which was the icing on the cake. But I love those guys, to the day I die. I still have best friends that I played with, that are considered my family. And it's just about making those memories, and,
Sure.
and that work ethic is, I hang a lot of that on the man I am today.
Yeah. Last thing, we do a little mailbag segment, and we had some questions come. We had one from a Reggie W.
Okay.
Sounds familiar. He asked, which game are you most excited for this season? Now, don't give me the coach answer. I know you're going to say the next one on the schedule. But which game on the schedule are you kind of looking forward to the most?
I'm excited about Glade Central. I'm going to be honest with you. I played out in the muck. I got friends and family. I know everybody out there. I'm ready for that game. It's our first district game. It's going to be our first home game. I know the crowd's going to be involved. I know, all the student body's going to be out supporting us. And I think that's really going to tell us where we stand for the season. So that one's been circled on my calendar ever since I got the job.